Hey y'all, welcome back. My name is Jennifer. Today we are going to swatch on the arm all of the shades from the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions eyeshadow palette. There are 2 cream shades here, and the rest are powder, glitter, and shimmer formula in matte. So just an FYI. So we're going to play with this today. I will be showing you a couple different looks, showing you how it looks on the eye, as well as being able to kind of share my full thoughts on this palette and what I think. So let's get started. All right, y'all, let's get into the eye swatches. Now, since there are quite a few, there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, there are 12 shadows in this Patrick Ta palette, you guys. Since there are 12, I'm just going to put one on one eye and one on the other, just so you can see them. So it comes with 2 cream shadows here, and then the rest are shimmers, a little glitter, and then mattes. But this is nice that it has a little cover so that it doesn't get the powder into the cream shadows. All right, so let's go ahead and try on the cream shadows first, because I don't know, why not, right? Why not? I am using a Katie Jane Hughes Inspector number 10, and we're going in with the lighter shade here. So let me show you here what that looks like on the finger. Now you can use your finger and build it. I've been playing with this, and it seems as though I kept my mascara on because I like y'all to be able to see kind of what it would look like as like a one and done. But look at this, you guys. I mean, this is so pretty, just blown out. Isn't that beautiful? I really like this shade. I think it's so pretty on the eye. No real big creasing or anything, which I'm very surprised about because I usually do have creasing, specifically with cream shadows, because I do have oily eyelids. Now I'm going to take the next shade, and this is the deeper shade, and you can kind of see the difference. This one's more like a chocolate, and this is like, has a little bit of red in it almost. Kind of a, I'm going to use the same brush though, so that I can apply it. You can definitely see how rich this shade is comparatively to the other one. Very nice, right? So like I said before, I have been playing around with these, and I do really like these creams. I think they're really pretty. I didn't, of course, put primer on because we're just going to be taking it off anyway. But it's good to be able to see how these apply and what they look like. And I love mixing just enough. You can see how much deeper this one is. But I love mixing the cream and the powders together, and they make a really pretty look. Next up, I think we're going to look at some mattes. You can see here, we'll start with the deeper and kind of work our way down. But here is this, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? We're going to start with this shade here and then work our way down. All right, so we're going to start with that shade, and I'm just using kind of like a shader brush here. And I'm going to go on the eye here and really just pat it down. Same here. They're very creamy mattes. This is such an interesting shade though. I would use this more as like a crease shade. It kind of blends out to almost a light, kind of a ruddy shade, if that makes sense. And then it has these interesting deep shades in it. It's very interesting. I like it best in the crease. As you can see, it looks better in the crease, I feel like, because it's not very, this is the only shade that I'm like, it's kind of a little weird. If you can see this here, it's kind of odd. See how it goes on really weird, kind of uneven? It looks fine when it's all like in the crease, but when it's on all over the lid, it's kind of like red, huh? Isn't that weird? Can y'all see that? Lots of fallout with this one too. I mean, it's a deeper shade, so I expect that, but it's just it's just like an odd formula. The rest of the mattes are really beautiful. So let's go into this one here. It's kind of more of a red shade, and I'll swatch that one here. Swatches beautifully. And I'm just gonna use a MAC 275, and we're gonna go in and really just pack that on the lid, and you can see how this is really nice. See what I mean? Just more consistent with the blend. There's like a mix of black and brown in this. I don't know. I don't even know what to think about this. For me, this shade is better in the crease, and that's what I've been using it for. I'm gonna take off the fallout. The fallout, look, see? The fallout for this shade is out of control. You can kind of see the differences. Yeah, weird, right? Really odd. Like I said, that's the only shade for me that's kind of like, I don't know. So, yeah, I do not like the shade all over the lid. This one, nice. This one, bad. Okay, next up. So let's continue with the swatches of the mattes. So 2 lighter mattes here. We're going to do this one first. So this one is that shade here. And then we'll go in with this one, which is kind of that creamy shade. Really good transition shades for me right now. So we'll try those on. We'll go in with the lighter one, or excuse me, the deeper one. We'll go in with the deeper one first. So definitely some kick up for sure. All my makeup's taken off now. It's okay. But these are so much better than that dark deepest one. I don't know what was going on with that one, but you can see this one is just dreamy. Really pretty. Really, really nice. And I'm just going to blend that up and out. So that is that one. Really nice. Love how nice and consistent this one is. Very pretty across the board. Then we're going to dip into this one, which is the lighter cream. And I wiped my brush off. I wipe it on I have some microfiber towels that help to get all the product off of the brush, so I can use a similar brush. So this is a Sonia G brush. This is the Classic Crease. So you can see, definitely great. Very pretty, right? So you can tell though the kick up on the pan is pretty powdery, so just an FYI. All right, so next up we're gonna go in with this shade here. It is a cream shade. Yeah, it does have, it's somewhat matte, but it does have a little shine in it. Just a little, not a ton. Yeah, it does have a little bit of a sparkle effect to it. It's really pretty. It's very, very subtle. So we're gonna try that one on, and I'm just gonna actually use what I have here. Isn't that fun? Like, look how well this applies to the lid just with my finger. And this is, wow, that's so nice. Like, why not put more on with my finger? You know what? Sometimes your fingers are just like your best tool, right? So that is that shade. Very nice. Very pretty. And then why not go in with this one while we're at it? Definitely sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. So we're gonna put that on this lid. And I find that these are best applied, guys, with the finger, because you're definitely gonna have some fallout. You're definitely gonna wanna put it, see, I have fallout underneath, but it's gorgeous. All right, so we have 4 more to go. We're going to swatch this one here, which is a very pretty kind of topper shade, And then we're going to apply this one with the brush. Now this one is definitely more of a shimmer matte shade. And I will show you that really pretty topper shade here. You can see it just glide right over the lid. A lot better with the fallout with this one. Now you can use this matte one. It just glides right on, but I'm going to use a brush with this one and kind of show you the pigmentation it can provide. It's definitely kind of that really rich camel color, but still on the lighter side. Looks beautiful, beautiful on. Really nice. Last but not least, we have the last two, and they are really pretty shimmers as well. This one is kind of like that taupey golden shimmer, and then this one is more of that bronze shimmer, so you can kind of see how these are very pretty and reflective. And we'll go ahead, this one's more gold, definitely more gold, and this one's more bronzy. So we'll do the bronzy one first, and these just so easy to apply with a finger or a brush. Very nice. No issues with pigmentation, anything like that. And this one here is very nice too. Glides right over the eye. Definitely really pretty. This one's, the gold one is definitely more of a kind of topper shade too, more glitter to it than anything, but you can see how pretty these look. So beautiful. I love these types of shades. Definitely reminds me of kind of like the Byredo palette and how that one is, that palette. This one, of course, has a lot more shades to it, and just the shimmers kind of bring me to that palette, if that makes sense. Those are the eye swatches. Let's get into a few different looks. Right. Let's get into the first eye look. Before we do so, I do want to show you the 3 eyeliners I picked up. Now, I picked up the black, which is a very nice, just really rich black shade. These are twist up eyeliners, and they don't have a sharpener on the end. I don't think. I can't get it off. I don't think that's the case. Let me see. I will try to see if they do, but I haven't been able to get one off yet. You know, sometimes they pull off. I can't get this one off when I'm gonna break it. It doesn't come off, not that I can tell. But this is the kind of cream one, and the cream one is great for just highlighting in the waterline to make your eyes look a little bit bigger and brighter. And y'all, I will say, I've been trying these out, and these don't move. Once they set, they are good to go. This one too is the brown. Let's see, I think it's rich brown maybe? Rich brown, yes. So rich brown is here. Very nice. I do like these. The only thing is you got to be careful not to twist it up too much or it will break off. But yeah, I'm really, really thrilled with these the formula of these eyeliners so far. So let's get into the eye look. So I'm putting down the Air Atelier eye primer. I really like this. It was gifted. I've been using this for a while now. And I'm going to let that kind of set for just a second. But I think what I'm going to do here is use a little bit of the cream in the crease maybe, and then go in maybe with this shade, and maybe try this shade. This one was the one that I'm like, not very good. But we can try it in the crease just to see how it does, kind of really amp it up. Well, let's start, scratch that, 1 second. Let's start light. Let's start light, and then let's go to night. Let's do a day to night look. Ooh, I had to redo my makeup, you guys. It was, after like taking off all those swatches, I'm like, it was rough. So I did redo my makeup. I am using this Cle de Peau, the ochre shade in this UV protective cream tinted moisturizer. Y'all, where have I been? This stuff is amazing. So, I mean, it's just like beautiful on the skin. It looks so pretty. Anyways, okay, I digress. Let's start. First up, we're gonna go all over the eye with this light cream shade, and it does have a little bit of a sparkle. Totally fine with me. I love that. So we're gonna start there and really work it along the lid and the eye, and just to get a base right all the way up. there's that one. And we'll do this side as well. Next up, we're gonna keep moving down the line and do this here. We're gonna do that in the crease just to see what it looks like, how we're starting out, kind of a day look. And you can see that this gives a little bit of definition to the crease, yet it's still very natural looking, very pretty, just defined, right? Very nice. And you could be done with this, like done. Maybe add some eyeliner. Maybe we can see what that looks like. Just with a little eyeliner. Which shade should we use? Should we use, I think the rich brown. How about that? I feel like the rich brown is such a great shade. The black is great for like an evening look, but rich brown, just an Oliver, great shade. Let's take the rich brown. Here we are. Taking, here's a rich brown, and we're going to take that right on the eye. And I didn't take off the eyeliner, but, or excuse me, the mascara. But you can definitely see how this makes almost the lashes look even thicker just by that. Look how easily that glides on, y'all. So pretty. Very pretty indeed. Do the other eye and I'll be right back. Really nice. Then we're gonna take, this is the cream eyeliner, and I'm gonna put that in the waterline right below. Try to get all of my makeup off before, but there we go. Very nice. Ooh, okay. So let's start to deepen it up a little bit. That is a very subtle look. We can, I'm just wiping off my brush. I was using a MAC. Gosh, that's an oldie but goodie, isn't it? I can't even see it anymore. One of the shaders from MAC. All right, so let's keep going. Let's go down the line, okay? Let's build this one up a little bit. You can see this one here, a little bit more chocolatey in tone, a little richer. See how that just gives a little bit of shading here. Very nice. And we can go further. We can do this shade here. Y'all are probably like, oh, Jen, here she goes. She's just gonna do it all. Yeah, probably. Just to show you how this can all be used together. Wow, that's pretty. So see how that one's a little bit more ruddy, a little rusty. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep this one like that. But I'm going to go in with this one just to kind of show you the difference on this eye. So okay, so you see what I mean? This shade here was that terrible shade all over the lid. It like blended out really weird. It looked terrible. This one right here. Look how gorgeous it looks on as a crease shade. Till this one's a little bit warmer, and then this one's that deeper, kind of has a little black in it, I feel like. But it looks so good in the crease, and it blends out beautifully. Just all over the lid, not good. Not good at all, so not recommend trying that. Just leave it be. That's the crease. So this is kind of like two different looks blended out. But we can continue. We can continue, and I can add a little bit of sparkle. Let's just add a little bit of this shade here. Now remember, this is more of a topper shade, does not have a whole lot of pigment, so it's going to be kind of lighter as a topper. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take, I'm just going to mix, I'm just playing, guys. I'm mixing all these shades together and seeing what comes from it. So I'm going to take this kind of chocolate shade, so more of the chocolate than anything. And I am going to take that and put this right here over, yes, I am going over powder, but why not, right? And I'm going to take that on the lid and kind of blend that over and in. So you can tell I am really just lightly guiding my brush over that just to get the pigment on there. And you can see how this works so well over, you can wear it over powder, y'all. And then I am going to take this shade, very pretty sparkle, but I'm going, well, I don't know if I want to take that first. Let's take the kind of golden, this is the gold, kind of golden shade. We're going to put that right here on top of that. And I'm tapping because I do have that other pigment down. Getting a little bit more. And see how this looks on the eye. All over, kind of like a deeper look here. And it transforms, that color underneath transforms with this gold, and it looks more kind of rosy gold. See? Now, I am going to take this shade and go on top and just layer to provide a little bit of dimension. So you can see how this looks. It's not my favorite combination with this white. I liked it better without the white, but hey, you know, we're just playing and I'm seeing what this looks like. I'm going to take both of these off and play around one more time. All right, last but not least, we're going to do a fun look. I thought we'd just try something fun. I'm going to take this kind of reddy shade all over the crease. And yes, I still have a little bit of product. I tried to get it all off, guys. I really did. But that glitter, it stays. It's pretty when on, but it stays. It's definitely going to stay. All right, so I built that shade up just a little bit. Next, I'm going to go in all over the lid with the lightest shade that we were playing with earlier and just kind of go all over the lid here and then blend that up. So the first shade was a little messy, but I didn't really care because I'm just building this on top more so, I guess, if that makes sense. And blending that. So very cool here. And then, hold on, let me just blend this up a little bit. Always got to make sure the blend is right. Because you have to blend. That's how eyeshadows are though. You just keep playing, you know. Some are really good, some are not. But if you keep playing, you'll kind of get an idea of what you like and what you don't like and how it works for you. I think it's all subjective, you guys. It's really all subjective. So we're going to use this bronzy shade. That is the shade right here. And we are going to go all over the lid just to show you how pretty this shade is. I love this all over the lid. Very pretty. There. All right, y'all. That concludes the two looks and kind of a few different ones in between. I wanted to play around with this, you guys, and just share with you what my thoughts are. I have been wearing this more so kind of playing around with it and things. I think it's a good palette, you guys. I think it's really nice. I do think some of these are a little chunky. I do think some of these are really, really nice. So this one here is a bit too white for my liking and a little bit too chunky, if you can see here. But that's really the only one that, from a chunkiness perspective and glitter, as you saw me kind of playing around with it, how it performs. I will say I love these two creams. I think they're beautiful. This shade right here looks terrible all over the lid, but it looks amazing in the crease. So it just depends on what you're going to use it for, right? It just depends. I think overall, it's a really good palette, you guys. I think it's really beautiful and very nice for the shades that come in it. I really like, for example, it does have some fallout, you know. I'm looking at myself now and I'm like, oh, there's a little fallout. But you know, I mean, that doesn't really bother me that much. I just want to know if it looks good on the eyes, right? And for me, I feel like it does, and it's really pretty, and I like the way that it looks. So I like this palette. Is it a 10 out of 10? No. I would give it a good probably 6.5, 7 out of 10. It's good. It's not fantastic for me. But with that being said, everyone has different preferences and style and things like that. So yeah, that is my review of the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions eyeshadow palette. I absolutely adore the eyeliners though. These will probably be a repurchase for me because they are so fabulous and I really love the formula. Great formulation. So thank you guys so much for being here. Let me know your thoughts down below if you've tried this palette. I would love to hear your thoughts on the palette. Was it a hit or a miss? It was just kind of in between for me. Like I really like it, but it's not like my favorite palette ever, if that makes sense. So thank you again. I will leave my latest video right here and I'll see you over there. Bye y'all.